Hey everybody, welcome to Confidence Equals Beauty with Amanda Taylor, and today is going to be the random thoughts from Amanda Taylor. So as I am currently packing, ready to go on a beautiful vacation with my husband, we do this every year near our anniversary time. We take off an entire week and we go somewhere where we can just be alone. We make sure our children are taken care of. But what we do for this vacation, because it falls on our anniversary, we do a vow renewal every year. And the theory behind this is we write our own vows every single year based off of what our life experience has been. So we are going now 7 years. And it's interesting how we will stick to the vows of faithful and true, rich or poor, sickness and health. Those traditional vows we stick to, but we also talk about what happened in the year that may have been either challenging or a blessing or wonderful, or anything that we faced when we were faced with the commitment of our vows. And each year, it's interesting when we stand in front of each other, like we do the whole wedding thing. I do a dress every year. He picks an outfit. We get a pastor, depending on where we are. We also do a photo shoot. And it's exciting for me because it's like I'm getting married all over again. Now, it's not as fancy as our first wedding. And we've made a kind of a commitment that our wedding day, like the actual wedding day back in 2018, is always going to be more special than all the other ones because it was the first time, we got married, or my gown was fancier, we eloped, he wore a suit, all that kind of stuff. But each year, this is kind of a priority we make in our marriage. Now, I'm not saying this needs to happen for everybody, but for us, because of our history and our previous marriages, we learned so much about ourselves, despite the hardship of what a divorce goes through. We also learned individually, like I learned for myself, like what I would not do in my next marriage and how I would work even harder on myself to remain whole, focus on God, put Jesus in our life first. And my husband committed that he was, the things that he did to change and be a better husband to me. And so therefore our marriage has definitely, there's no comparison to my previous marriage to this marriage, no comparison at all as far as how amazing this marriage is. And I don't want to cut down the previous marriage, but it happens. Life happens and marriages fall apart. Anyways, so as I am packing, backstory, crazy story, I know, like I said, this is going to be very random because you're going to come along with me while I'm packing, while my brain is going 90 to nothing. You're coming along with me on the crazy mind of Amanda Taylor. But there is some points to this as I am packing and recording. So please apologize. The washing machine's going on in the background. You may hear me tossing stuff as I throw it away. I'm also I don't know why I end up like to clean while I pack. I don't know if anybody else likes to clean while they pack, and it just makes it more complicated. But why not, right? Because if you know who I am personally, and even if you don't, I will just be honest with you. If I can make it complicated, for some reason I'm going to. And I teach it all the time about being simple. You don't have to complicate things. It is what it is, but for some reason, I guess it's easier to teach and love and share with others than it is to actually implement it. So you guys hold me accountable every single time I have to do a podcast, a blog, you name it. I really live in accountability because I face it just like you. So as I am kind of switching gears, talking about the packing process, I am, of course, trying on everything in my closet that I think I would want to take. Now, granted, I'm going for a week, so it's not like I need my whole closet. I have to remind myself this. You don't take everything on vacation with you. But as I'm trying on dresses, because where we're going is a resort, and every evening there are nice dinners, and this is really the only time I ever really dress up anymore is when I go out of town. So as I'm trying on dresses, I've had for probably 10 years. Thinking, oh, maybe this will be the year I can fit back into it. Put the dress on and no, I do not know why I'm holding on to it. It's not even in style anymore, but I'm keeping it because to me it's special. But my body is not what it was 10 years ago. I've had 2 children. I've had 3 miscarriages. My body has been through life. And I'm having to take this realization, like, stop. Stop holding on to this one dress. Maybe because you wore it one time and it holds one maybe special memory. It doesn't fit. It doesn't look good. You don't even like it anymore. It's not in style. So I had to make the decision. I folded it up and I stuck it in a donation pile. And I'm so proud of myself for this. Not an easy process. But as I'm also trying on clothes, I am also struggling with criticizing, oh, I wish I had lost the 5 extra pounds. Or why do I feel so bloated? Or my goodness, I should have, put tanner on or something so I don't look so white. And I'm going through this psychological beating of myself. And as I'm doing this, I am having to also have an argument with myself of, who cares? I'm going away where I don't know anyone. And nobody knows me. I am going to a place hot and warm when it's still, well, in Alabama, it's, we're pushing, 50 in the morning and 80 degrees in the afternoons, and then back down to like maybe 50s at night. But I'm also going to a place that has warm weather all year round. And I guarantee you, when I go, like we have gone to places before, we will run into anybody and everyone who's from a cold climate. And we get talking and laughing and silly. And you know what? Not a single person comments, oh, you didn't get a tan. Oh, you so white. Why do you have that little roll in the back of your back? Do you know that dress is a little too tight? Or, did you not think to drop that 5 pounds? Did you work hard enough? Did you eat right? Not a single conversation is around that. When I get in a bathing suit and I'm like, this is what I look like. You know what? When I'm on the beach, not a single person's paying attention to me. No one cares. Why? Because they're all doing their own thing, relaxing. They're doing their own thing. And why in the world we women stress over trying to impress strangers? I have no idea. We don't do this extent. We don't go to this great extent to impress our friends we see every day. Or when we go to church, we don't go to this great extent. No, we torture ourselves. We starve ourselves. We work out. We stress over every little thing about ourselves when we go on a vacation. And guess what? No one cares. The only person that will actually care and matter will be my husband. And at this point in our marriage, it doesn't matter if I am nasty, gross, not a shower, hair in a greasy ponytail, wearing some raggedy, holy, probably 2-day-old war outfits. Girls, you know what I'm talking about. You know mom life. And he will still catcall me. He will still come up and love on me and tell me I'm the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. And I have to keep reminding myself that why am I stressing over having a six-pack at 42 years old? I've never had one. Like even at 18, 19. Younger, even when I was so active in dance and marching band. And I was, anyone who's done marching band in the past, you march about 2 to 3 miles a day. You are super fit when you're in marching band. Not to mention color guard, and then your arms are ripped because you're spinning rifles and spinning flags, Then, on top of that, you didn't care when you went to the beach because you didn't care. You laid out with no sunblock, you got burnt, you just had the best time of your life because you weren't thinking about it. And why does it all of a sudden something in our brain clicks and changes, and all of a sudden we care way too much about our appearances? Specifically when we go out of town. Not quite sure what this whole ordeal and this psychological craziness happens. So as I am packing, I am having to remind myself that I'm not looking at anybody else. I do not go on vacation people watching. I do love people watching. Don't get me wrong. I love watching how people interact. One of my favorite things to do. And then my little psychology aspect comes in and I'll be like, that was a very interesting conversation. I wish I knew the details, but the body language is crazy. Like, I like that. Like last week when we were on vacation with the children on spring break, I felt at home because we were at a theme park and guess what? I realized I am not the only one who fights with my children and begs and pleads my children to eat their breakfast because they ate it yesterday and I know they loved it, but that next day they hate it. You know, I'm not the only one that fights with a kid who wants a toy at the gift shop when we're getting out of the ride. Why theme parks do this? Well, I know why they do it, but my God, as a parent, you're just like, tuck and run, let's get out of here. But I wasn't the only parent who had my children throw a fit on the freaking ground, the nasty theme park ground. I wasn't the only parent. And it made me feel like, oh, I feel seen and heard. I feel at home. I'm not the only parent going through this. But guess what? When I'm sitting on a beach and I'm drinking my beautiful little cocktail that I never know how to make at home, and I don't even know what's in it, but it tastes so good. And at that point, I don't care about the calories. I'm not thinking about calories in my drink. I'm not thinking about what I'm eating. I'm not eating lettuce and spinach and nuts and fruits, raw vegetables, trying to lose weight. Nah, I'm getting the 5-star restaurants. I'm eating the lobster, the shrimp, the steak, the potatoes. I'm eating it all. And I don't care because I'm enjoying and having fun on my vacation. And guess what? I'm not looking at that woman going, oh, why is she wearing that? Oh, why does she have back fat? Ooh, that muffin top is looking really high on her. No, I'm not looking at that. I'm not even thinking about that. I am clearing my brain and relaxing. So my challenge is, this is my challenge. I'll tell you how it goes when I get back. Who cares? Who cares? You do not need to stress over. If you're going on vacation, you're going anywhere, you do not have to stress over. I'm back. Sorry, my husband just got home. You don't have to stress about looking amazing. Because you do already look amazing. You don't have to stress over if you lost the 5 pounds or not, because you know what? No one cares. Only you. You're the one stressing yourself out, which is increasing your stress hormones, which is not helping you by the fact. Look it up. Science has specific evidence that says when you're stressed out, your cortisone levels go up, those hormones that make you get chunkier in the stomach area, those go up. So you're defeating the whole purpose. So here's my challenge for me, and here's my challenge for you, because everybody's getting ready for vacation times. It's spring break time. People are starting to gear up for summer. Here's my challenge to you. Who cares? I want you to put on the dress, and if it doesn't fit, I want you to toss it. If you're in the dressing room, me and a friend of mine the other day were in a dressing room, and not together, I'm sorry, let me backtrack. We were both shopping for different reasons, but both of us actually accidentally showed up together. And we needed each other, didn't realize how much we needed each other to lift each other up and boost each other up, trying on clothes that we were seriously dreading. And yeah, I think I'll say it's a God thing. Because like I said, neither one of us talked about it. Neither one of us planned. We just happened to be walking in the department store at the same time. And we're like, hey, oh my gosh. Well, one of the things that she came out, and I did the same thing. We were trying to squeeze into the smaller numbers or the smaller letters. And then we're coming out and we're like, oh, I hate this. This is so gross. Look at this. And we're pointing out all the flaws. And I looked at her. I was like, let's just go up a size. Oh, do I really have to admit? I'm like, yeah, let's just go up a size. Let's do it. And so anyways, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there. Like I said, you're kind of going on this journey with me with Amanda's crazy mind and thought process, but just continue along with me, okay? So here we are in the dressing room, and I'm like, why don't we go up a size? And we did. And guess what happened? The outfit actually looked gorgeous. It fit beautifully. The silhouette of my curves, the silhouette of her curves, the coloring. Oh my God, we both came out of the dressing room. Oh my God, look, it fits. It's beautiful. And I told her, we got to stop. And I've heard this before and I've said this before, but it's so true. You got to stop looking at the numbers and stop looking at the letters on what your outfit says. Because let me tell you, I got 3 different outfits, a small, a medium, and a large. All from 3 different designers. And guess what? All of them fit almost the exact same way, but there are 3 different sizes. So when you're putting on that outfit and you're squeezing and you don't like the way it looks, go up a size. For the ones who have lost weight, guess what? Rejoice, be excited. But also, if you have gained weight, I want you to rejoice and be excited too, because your body's going through something it needs to go through. But if you need to go up a size, go up a size. If the number or the letter in the clothing makes you angry, I want you to cut the tags out. Just cut them out. That way you don't know what size you are. But when you're going away somewhere that you don't know a single soul and no one knows you, why are you stressing so much about how you look in a bikini or a bathing suit? Why are you stressing so much about how you look in a dress? Why are you stressing over it? You're only going to beat yourself up and hate yourself even more. I'm going to challenge you. If you like the color, wear it. If you don't like it, toss it. All that matters is when you go away to relax your brain and you have a respite and a vacation, a holiday, whatever you call your time away from home, to restore yourself. My challenge is for you, stop stressing over what didn't happen and start looking forward to what is happening and what will happen. Go run on the beach. Let it all hang out. Get that vitamin D and thank the good Lord that you are alive and you get to dig your toes in the sand and feel the water splash on your face and you get to hear and smell the beautiful. If you're in the mountains, who cares? Who cares? I really don't know much about mountains and I don't know much about snow and skiing and all that, so I really don't know how you dress for all that, but who cares? Go enjoy. Look at the beauty that God created and thank the living God that He created you for this moment in this time with a purpose for a purpose. Enjoy your time and who cares? And remember, confidence equals beauty.